Falcon fans, and of course, good old Atlanta Falcon fans. T-Will!
How goes it, sir? All well?
One time for the fan. We're back. Let's get back to business. Let's
Let's
talk
do it.
Falcons. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Podcast. Big shout out to Bodie. Bodie! Big shout out to Miss Carrie.
Miss Carrie, what's up,
Sports
buddy?
One time, man. How is everything going with you, sir?
All well, man. Got no complaints, Got no complaints.
Gotta have
Another
one complaint.
another day of life. So hey, all is well.
Hey, big shout out to T-Will here. Former ATL Sports One time for the fan. T-Will, how's everything going with former ATL Sports, former ATL Movies, for all you movie critics out there, all you movie fans?
I did say, it's day by day, right? It's going good. We got a show tomorrow night called Braves, Hawks, and AI as we tackle. I think we got into we had a mini debate Monday night on AI and sports, and you know, would you? Well, let me ask you this question: Would you, Jack Spade, being of sound mind and body, watch an AI Super Bowl of avatars?
But I watched an AI Super Bowl?
An AI Super Bowl of just avatars. These aren't players, mind you. These are just avatars.
Is it something that would be on like Fox or CBS or something? Like, is something you like they're forcing me to watch, or is it something like it's going to be on like Tubi or something?
Take your pick.
Okay.
I'm not watching it either way.
Okay. Just because it's probably never been done before. I mean, it'll probably be something just to look at, but I wouldn't be interested in it like the NFL or anything.
Right.
But
correct.
It's something that will probably go around the world. It'll probably be advertised and promoted in a way where it's not like the Super Bowl, but people would want to just tune in to see what the hell is going on because it's AI and AI is like leading the way. Shit, right?
In this debate,
it's not going to be in every Sunday. There's a league. I'm watching it Monday,
right.
Tuesday, Thursday. That ain't happening. No, but if it's like a one-time special celebrity deathmatch type of thing, I'm all for it. Yeah, I'll watch it one time. Just one time.
In this debate, it replaced the NFL, which of course I was like, no way. I was like, no way. I was like, no way. I was
UFL, like, tough. But NFL, I don't know.
No.
Canadian
well,
football,
I mean,
no.
In order for that to replace the NFL, we'd have to be in a dystopian society. We'd have no other choice.
Can't replace the NFL.
Like a million players would have to. A million people would have to be born with no arms.
Yeah,
and they just physically couldn't play. So you get what I'm saying? Like,
I'm sure somebody's probably thinking of that too. Will AI Super Bowl, some type of AI league, AI fantasy league, some type of shit like that.
Yeah,
not over here at One Time for the Fan though. We worry about the Falcons, the real Atlanta Falcons.
That we do, sir. That we do.
Smooth C's in the chat. Big shout out to Smooth
What up,
C.
Smooth C? What up, SCB?
One time for the one time. Let's go. Jeremiah Weens in the chat. Falcon fans, hit them likes, hit them shares, hit the subscribe button. Tag your Falcons friends. Tell your Falcons family. One Time for the Fan is live. We talking Falcons football. Got a special guest Sunday night. I'm going to let y'all know who that is if y'all haven't been paying attention to the social media. Don't forget to head over to IG, One Time for the Fan. Right? You can head over there on X too as well. You can follow us on X, see on the bottom of the screen, One Time for the Fan. Of course, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere else. T-Will, we're pretty much everywhere, man. We're in a lot of places at the
that we time. Are, sir. That we are.
Thank you, shout out to everybody here in the chat. Falcons fans, hit that like, share. Let's get straight to it, man. If you got some questions, if you got some comments, drop them right here in the chat. We'll put them up on the screen. A lot of first-timers here probably watching the podcast, probably listening to as well. Wherever you're tuning in from, wherever you're watching from, big shout-out to you all. Man, it's going down in a major way, T-Will. In less than 30 days, we're going to be at the Falcons facility watching training camp. T-Will, I know you're excited about that. I know a lot of Falcon fans here in the chat is excited about that. And we got some things to talk about, T-Will, because, of course, with training camp comes the camp competition battles. And these next couple of podcasts here on One Time for the Fan, outside of Sunday show, maybe we might talk about it a little bit with our special guest, but these camp competition battles is going to be pretty intense here, T-Will, because we got to find out who is the right group of guys to make the 53 here in Atlanta. T-Will, man, I don't even know where to start. Like, should I just bring up the depth chart projection?
Bring on the depth chart, Jack.
Who usually puts these together for fans who are really in tune with, the off season and what goes on. Big shout out to Scott Karasik. But let me go ahead and share this for you all. Falcon fans, let's talk, let's chat. While you're over there watching or listening, definitely hit that like, share, and subscribe button. T will, as we have on the screen, the 2025 Atlanta Falcons depth chart projection. And like I said, it does get intense in a matter of days because some positions, as we talked about, T will, in our group chat, one time for the fan. And of course, we had a nice little offline podcast the other day with some other content creators just talking Falcons, talking Braves, cracking jokes. And sure enough, we ended up talking, Atlanta Falcons for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. But one thing that we did talk about, we mentioned who we think is possibly going to already be on this roster and how many spots could be available. We was really close to, like we said, like 44, 45 people, I believe it was, that we were close to, give or take one or two people that we had on our list, like, you could possibly be a shot on one. So we said like 42, 43, 44 people, right?
About 42, 43, yeah. Yeah.
So for Falcon fans that's, sitting here watching the depth chart projection here on the screen, you can probably tell who's already on your roster, not even just looking at contracts, but of course, who's here this year, next year, the year after that, the rookies too as well. Some of the guys you got to look at. But the camp competition battles, T-Will, what for you? And we got some topics here tonight to talk about here on One Time for the Fan. But for you, T-Will, what camp competition battle are you most interested in? Now, we've talked offline. We've talked in the chats. Of course, we've had your shows too as well. I'm sure you probably reading up on Falcon news and talking Falcons with a lot of other content creators and fans. So what is, if you're keeping your ear to the streets, T-Will, what do you think the fans would say would be a camp competition battle to watch for? And what is T-Will watching for as we get ready to start training camp here in a matter of days? Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. T-Will.
Yes, sir. I'm going to say wide receiver spots 4, 5, and 6.
Wide receiver.
And the secondary.
Okay.
Because it's going to be interesting, right? So you got Mike Hughes opposite AJ Terrell, but for that nickel corner, I mean, hey, D. Alford's been handling it, and really for the better part of most of the time he's been here, with the exception of last year, which we can put it on Jimmy Lake Lanier. D. Alford's been decent, right?
Jimmy Lake Lanier.
Yeah, we can.
Did you just said that?
Yeah, we can blame it on Jimmy Lake Lanier, man. Where all defensive careers go to die. No, I'm kidding. But no, in all seriousness,
start the show. Let's go, Falcon fans.
D was pretty good. Okay, so I mean, he could have a rebound year. You could have Billy Bowman to take his place in the slot. A lot of people are saying that they want to see Billy Bowman. You could have Clark Phillips. You could have, like, it's that nickel corner spot.
Yeah,
is going to be a very, very interesting spot.
I'm glad you mentioned the wide receivers and the secondary. Let's get away from the wide receivers just for a minute. We're going to go back to it for the cornerbacks. T-Will, the Falcons passing on Jalen Ramsey. He's now a Steeler. Mm-hmm. Falcons also passing on Jair Alexander, who was available too as well. The rumor report, can we say the rumor report? Was it a rumor that he was considering the Falcons, or we were considering going after him? I don't even know at this point. It's been like a week now, but he's a Raven. Raheem looking at the roster, looking at this depth chart. T-Will, I've told you guys about this in this whole offseason. We've talked a couple times on this podcast, and fans have probably listened to what I was saying. That cornerback spot, they're deep in that cornerback room.
Yeah.
Bringing in Jalen Ramsey was like your bonus, Falcon fans. Bringing in Jair was like we're definitely going to the playoffs. That moment is not going to happen. So now you got to work with what you have to work with.
Right.
And that's AJ Terrell. That's Mike Hughes. And then comes the camp competition battle, T-Will. Am I right? Because you got fans that's heavy on.
You're definitely right, Jack.
Not that Clark Phillips from last year.
You're definitely right. Well, look,
you got some fans that's like D. Alford, but you got some fans that's like not the D. Alford from last year.
Yeah.
But fans is they're on both sides of the fence about a lot of this. Natron Brooks, Billy Bowman, Lamar Jackson, the cornerback, and of course Kobe Bryant. I think the fan favorite here, D. Alford had that moment a couple years ago. I still think D. Alford's going to make the 53, but Kobe Bryant, that player is getting shine from the Falcons fans. I think fans are seeing his social media. The kid he's I don't know how to say it, but he not that he's bragging or talking shit. Somebody got upset because he made the post about the Lamar Jackson thing. I really didn't see it like that, but he made some type of post apparently in the offseason about Lamar Jackson.
Tell us about the post, Jack. Some of us who may not be aware
I
of
didn't even see them. Honestly, I didn't even pay attention to the post. I just know fans were talking about it because you try to pay attention to as much as you can, but in the Falcons universe, there's so much going on. But something about Lamar Jackson, he was laughing at something. I can't remember about winning a ring or something. I don't know what it was, but I know he can ball, right? And to make this 53, Falcon fans seems like he's the fan favorite to make this 53, especially being an undrafted free agent too as well. That's a big leap for a player who didn't get drafted, who we all thought was going to get drafted too as well. Eric Parker's in the chat, Jeremiah Williams in the chat, Silk Legacy is in the chat. Big shout to Silk Legacy in the chat. DSGB Hall's in the chat. Falcon fans, and of course Falcon fans is in the chat. We all talking Falcon fans. We all talking Falcons football here. Atlanta Falcons Fandemic is in the chat.
What's up, Fandemic?
Season is about to be fire. You already know it's about to be on fire, man. Eric wants to know, Terry, you got New Jersey?
I got this one during the season.
What is that? What jersey is that, Terry?
It's Penix.
Michael Penix?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's our quarterback. That's my quarterback, man. That's my quarterback. So yeah, I got it during last season. I don't don it that often. Just
you got it when Kurt was quarterback?
I sure did.
Wow.
I saw into the future.
He's looking to the future. I can already say that. Oh wow! So you went to the store? You went to the team store? Matter of fact, let's shine on this for a minute here. Big shout out to Eric Parker. We're gonna bring this back up in a minute.
What up, LBB?
You got the Penix on you? Let's see the Michael Penix. Okay.
Yeah, man.
You got the Michael Penix jersey, and this is during a time when Kirk Cousins is out there lying to the fans. No, I'm just playing.
Kirk Cousins was getting killed, bro.
Sheesh.
Kirk Cousins was getting chopped up left
to the team
right.
Store. Sees the starting quarterback on the left with the jerseys for sale. Sees the rookie quarterback who is probably going to be taking over one day into the near future. We didn't know at that time when it was going to be. But T. Will, you go and grab the Michael Penix jersey for the community.
I sure did.
Look at you.
Hey, man, look, the kid's the future, man. Okay. He's the future.
Okay. Hey, big shout out to T. Will, man, repping Michael Penix early here in the offseason. Falcon fans, do the same thing. Go out there. Eric Parker, he did the same thing. Go out there, get you some Falcons gear. You know what's going to happen when the season starts, man. They're going to have that 1 or 2 discount, randomly at the team store. Maybe Fanatics might have a 30, 40, 50% off randomly. It ain't going to happen all the time. So Falcon fans, buy your gear right now. Buy your gear right now. I don't care what it is.
I see that. Hey, let me tell you something. My brother probably already has 2 or 3 Penix jerseys anyway.
Eric?
Make no mistake about it.
Eric is like Mr. Jersey. Like
Eric is Mr. Jersey.
Yeah,
Eric
is probably a closet with just his clothes, right? And then a closet with his work gear, the lawn care equipment, and then of course the closet with the.
He said lawn care equipment. But hey, that wasn't me. You gotta
have the boots. You gotta have the pants.
That wasn't me. Hey, Eric. That was this guy. Wait, that was this guy right here. That was this guy. No, but seriously, like Eric has so many jerseys. Yeah, he can just decide to not wear one and be fine. Like I know personally, if he wears a jersey, 2 jerseys or a jersey twice, and we losing it, he's not wearing it again. So if I had to guess, Eric has at least 50 jerseys. At least 50. Jack, you there? What's going on with the screen, brother? Oh man, Jack, you there? Can you guys hear me? Oh boy, are we live? We are. Hey, can you guys hear me? Uh-oh. Jack, back? Yeah. Okay, I guess it was me.
No, it's me. That's me. I have a gaming mouse. So on the gaming mouse, the side buttons.
We're messing with you. Okay.
As well.
Yeah, I got it, man. I got one of those. Would they be called mice or mouse? I guess it.
This is a Titan mouse. It's one of those Titans.
Plural would be mice. I guess the plural would be mice. So I have one of those Mice.
So I got to be careful clicking these buttons over here on the side. I got to remember I'm not using my normal mouse. But Falcons fans, you still here? Let's see, Atlanta Falcons fan.
Jack, let's talk about these receivers, bro.
Yeah, let's get into it because we was going over the cornerbacks. Of course, the Falcons did not go after Jalen Ramsey, did not go after Jair Alexander. Cornerback camp competition battle is going to be very interesting. As T. Will mentioned, the wide receivers outside of Drake London, outside of Darnell Mooney, and I'm going ahead and say it, outside of Ray McLeod too as well. So your 4, your 5, and 6 is going to be very important. If the Falcons go with what, 2 running backs, I don't think they're going to go 2. They got to go with 3 running backs.
I don't think they'll do that. You got to have 3.
Got to have 3. So they're going to go with 3 running backs on the roster. So it's looking at for the wide receiver group. Will, I'm comfortable if the Falcons do, 6 wide receivers, especially with Michael Penix moving the ball around, getting it down the field. Fans in the chat are already mentioning Nick Nash too as well. We talked about it the other day on the podcast, how important Nick Nash could be to this offense. Nick Nash is kind of like your Kobe Bryant, your undrafted free agents that are getting a lot of shine here due to what they've done in college, and of course what I think fans believe they can do in the NFL too as well. But T. Will, 1, 2, and 3. Drake London, our star receiver. Big shout out to Drake London too as well. Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod. And then let's get to 4, 5, and 6 here.
You got to have Kadero Hodge. You got to have Kadero Hodge. A, because he has chemistry already with Michael Penix, and B, because he's a beast on special teams.
Right. So, Falcon fans.
You got to have him, right?
Let's agree to disagree. 1, 2, and 3. London, Mooney, Ray. 1, 2, 3. 4, we're looking at possible Kadero Hodge. I'm going to go ahead and pencil him in. Kadero Hodge. 5 is very interesting because Jamal Agnew.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jamal Agnew. I think is going to be a difference maker if he's on this 53, especially when it comes to the kick return game.
Yeah, you brought him in to be your kick returner, right?
Right. So if you keep him on there now, he would be your 5.
Does that assure him a spot as a wide receiver? In your mind's eye, does that? Because I don't know who else does it.
So the battle here, if we're giving Hodge the spot, shout out to Kadero Hodge. If we're giving him the spot at 4, Casey Washington, Jamal Agnew, Chris Blair, Dylan Drummond, and these are names, Falcon fans, I'm sure you're probably looking at David Stills, Mekhi Polk, Quincy Skinner, like, camp bodies. Let's give them the respect, right? We don't know who's making the 53 at that point. If the wide receivers is, that tight of a group, when it gets to 5, 6, 7, we don't know who's making that roster. But I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, I think T. We're on the money here. London, Mooney, McLeod, Hodge. That's the 4. Keep it like that.
Yeah.
Agnew, Casey, Blair, Nick Nash. The fans I'm thinking about that's looking at the 4 people there would probably say Nick Nash because of his college. We'll go pull up some Nick Nash stats here. Because Nick Nash was balling in college, man. He was balling in college. Small school too as well, San Jose State. So I know how fans probably feel about Nick Nash going to a small school like that. Could he produce in the NFL? T, we'll talk about it. There's a lot of receivers who went to small schools and produced in the NFL.
Jerry Rice went to small school. So yeah. I mean that's hey, that doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. It's going to be interesting because you got Casey Washington, you got Nick Nash, you got Jeff Blair. I'm pretty sure Chris Blair. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm pretty sure you're keeping Jamal Agnew. So if you're keeping Jamal Agnew, then you got Casey Washington, Nick Nash, and Chris Blair fighting over one spot. And
I'm telling you right now, T-Will, this is the one thing I can. This is the one.
Jack, you froze there.
I'm froze. Can you hear me? You see me? I'm good.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
The one thing about the Casey Washington thing is Jace McClendon too, as well, who was here as the Falcon drafted.
Didn't we release him?
We just released him too as well. He's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
So it kind of shows that if you're not gonna be a part of what they have going on here in Atlanta, you got to go. Right?
Was
this is a business.
Was Jace a 5th round pick?
He was.
What's Casey?
I believe Casey Washington was he a 4th round pick? Casey Washington. Let's see here. He was number 6th round.
Oh.
He's a 6th
Okay.
round.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
6 foot, 200-pound receiver.
Casey, you better come with it. He got hurt in that Denver game last year, right?
At 5, 6, and 7, like these players got to come with it. Chris Blair too as well.
Yeah.
Quincy Skinner, but Nick Nash. If we gotta be real, fans, this is camp competition battles here, and the wide receiver group is very important because with Michael Penix, everybody's gonna eat. Now, of course, if Bodie was here, you know what Bodie's going to say. The way they're going to use Kyle Pitts going to be in that rotation, too. You ain't got to worry about 5, 6, and 7. Don't even worry about them. But we got to build this 53 T.
Let me ask you a question regarding Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the guy for Cincinnati? Trey Hendrickson?
Yeah.
Would you trade
it's off
Kyle,
the table. It's
Kyle Pitts?
It's off the table. It's off the table. You told me this before draft? Yes. You told me this before bringing in Leonard Floyd and some of the moves that they made in the offseason? Yes. Right now, with James Pierce Jr. and, of course, Jalen Walker, ain't no room for Trey Hendrickson right now.
Shoot.
I mean, if you're getting rid of Zach Harrison, Taquan, a couple of those other guys, because Trey Hendrickson's going to be on the field all 4 downs.
You make room for him. You make room for him. What are you talking about? You make room for him. That's like saying you know what? We don't have room for Michael Jordan.
Defense, T-Will.
We don't have room for Michael Jordan. We don't. We don't have room for Emmitt Smith. Come on, man.
I know how the fans would think, but we didn't go after Jair. We didn't go after Jalen Ramsey. I'm not even going to the mind of Raheem. The Trey Hendrickson thing is off the table, I think.
I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm saying, would you do it?
Would I do it? And then my tight ends would be Charlie Warner and Felipe Franks.
But guess what? I mean, obviously, you'd have to sign a tight end, but nobody would complete a pass against you.
And then my tight ends would be Charlie Warner and Felipe Franks.
Well, but hang on one sec.
You still scare some teams with Kyle Pitts, though, regardless if he hasn't even, been out there.
Zach Robinson doesn't. He had to get used to working with tight ends anyway. So he's used to really not having tight ends that contribute, right?
Bro,
he'd rather have a slot receiver anyway.
Bro, I low-key feel like Zach's going to use Kyle somewhat like how they used Drake last year. I think like this is Kyle's time to really have a big season.
I do too. I'm just really asking if you do it, because I'd do it.
I would not do it right now.
I'd do it in a New York minute.
I wouldn't do it at this point. Looking at this team, now, if we didn't have James Pierce, if we didn't have Jalen Walker, yes, go ahead and get that move.
But think about it. You think about that, though. Think about if you had Hendrickson and the rookies and Floyd, I might even send him Ebiketie in the trade with him. Think about that. Think about what you could do with that. I'm just saying. I would do it. I would not, because
it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Oh, wow.
Big shot to Big.
Oh, wow.
That boy BSGB Hall says trade Floyd. We just got Floyd.
I'm just saying,
said make room for the elite. It's a stretch, though. It's a stretch. Now, let me tell you something. I ain't gonna knock it if the move was made and he shows up. Don't worry about what Jack Space saying. I'm still at the game. I'm still saying go get the quarterback. I'm looking at it right now in Atlanta Falcons.
I'm just asking if you would do it. I'm not saying we definitely have to do it. I'm just asking if you would.
If I could build the perfect roster.
You said what?
If I can build the perfect roster to have both of them on the team. If I can build the perfect roster. I do think
the volume in your mic's a little low.
For real?
Just a little bit.
Oh, shit. Here comes Eric Parker.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's coming. You cracked that joke earlier, too? You know he's coming.
He's probably parked at some gas station right now.
Oh, wow. Eric, that was not me. That was this guy.
It's probably parallel parking.
This guy, Eric. That was not me. That was this guy, Eric. That was not me.
Eric, put the orange cone back. You can't park there. That's why.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You just like begging for it. Damn. Pause. Yeah. No, man. I just look. Obviously it's not going to happen, but I mean, Cincinnati has some issues, man, with their players, and You know, it may get to a point of contention where they do trade him. You know, it may.
My boy said T will make room. Hey, look,
That's what
the
I'm
Falcons
saying,
had their
bro.
shot. The Falcons had their shot at going at Trey Hendrickson. They had their shot at going at Daniel Hunter. They had their shot at going at a bunch of different pass rushers.
Well,
Now,
this could be their destiny, Jack.
if we're in Dreamville, USA, shout out J. Cole. If we're in Dreamville, yes, Trey Hendrickson, you can't get wrong with having enough pass rushers. But we're looking at the roster right now, and if that move was made tomorrow, T-Will, I would be shocked. Honestly, if any type of move like that was made tomorrow, where Pitts is gone for a pass rusher, or something, I would be shocked right now. I
Bro,
think Raheem is looking at this 53 or looking at these 90s right now, thinking, I got my guys. I know who's going to make the 53, and if they show up,
I,
do their job, we know who's going to be there when
I,
they do the camp battles and the camp cuts and everything. But Raheem's looking at this team like the same way we look at it. T. Will, I got
I
40
get
some
it.
guys that I know is on this roster
I,
right now.
I get it, but if like, bro, like, let me put it to you this way, because Chris and Smitty were on the other day, and I was just kicking myself because I disagreed with them because they were like, would you trade Okamwu and JJ for Giannis and 5 first-round picks? Absolutely, and
Would
quite
I
on damn
trade
Sunday.
Okongwu double O and who?
And 5 first-round picks. Absolutely, I sure would,
And
because it's
double O and
Giannis.
5 first-round picks for Giannis?
It's Giannis
That would
and Trey
that
and
would
Porzingis.
that would be gone. Giannis would be a hawk tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
You can
Thank
give
you.
matter of fact, you can give him
Thank
first
you.
rounds till
Thank
2040.
you. Thank you.
He's a hawk tomorrow.
Thank you.
Matter of
Okay.
fact, can he make it here in the next 20
Okay.
minutes? We'll get
Thank
you to
you.
2050
Thank
first
you.
round picks.
Shout out to
F them
Smitty and
damn
Brother Chris.
picks.
They won. Love y'all, but I couldn't get on there. I just
If they ain't
I
coming from
wanted
Gonzaga, F them picks.
that. Thank not right. Right.
If they ain't
Right.
Chet Holmgren,
There you go.
F them
There you
picks.
go.
Shout
You
out
got
Zag Nation.
Trey and Giannis and Risa Shea and Dyson Daniels
Shout out
and
Zag
Porzingis.
Nation.
Bruh. F them picks. Exactly. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm, you know what I mean, for the most part, I agree with you. Our roster is a good one. Make no mistake about it. We are riddled with talent. Okay? This roster is riddled with talent, and it's a good problem to have. It's just kind of one of those things I was
You heard you
thinking the
said
other
it's
day
a
because
good problem to have
it's a great problem to have.
when you're
It is.
riddled with talent, T. Will. You just said the damn quote of the day right there.
What up, Lamarcus?
It's a good problem to
18.
have, T. Will. Speaking of the talent that we have on this team, T. Will, when you mention riddled with talent, who are you speaking about?
Oh, look, dude, our offense, our defense, like, bro, we got stars and stars in the making. Like, honestly, the Falcons are where you want to be, right? You
Mhm.
got your studs as far as Mooney and, well, Drake London, Mooney, Kyle Pitts, Bijan, Algier. You got studs, man. You got Ray Ray. You got, and then look on defense, man. We got two studs we just drafted. We got Rook coming up. We don't know what we're getting Trice, but hey, if Trice comes out like we think he will, you got Rook. You, you got the two interception machines that you drafted. Like, there's talent all up and through, right? You got Caden Ellis. You got Holy Devil or Divine Diablo, whatever you want to call him. You got bro. This roster is laced with talent. So, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I'm not. Even if you chose not to trade Kyle, I wouldn't be mad at it. I mean, I would, but whatever. You know what I mean? If you think that we can get 1,000-yard season out of Kyle, if you think that Penix is the Kyle whisperer, then go ahead and do your thing, man.
Mhm.
I'm not mad at it either way.
One guy you mentioned about riddled with talent, and one guy I think T. Will is very talented here on this team, and I do hope that Zach Robinson, Raheem, and that crew really utilizes him a little bit more this season. T. Will, his name is Tyler Algier. Falcon
His
fans,
name,
um,
Tyler Algier.
you guys remember what Tyler Algier did his rookie season here
Mm-hmm.
in Atlanta. And of course, since the rookie season, I mean, Falcon fans, they're looking for Tyler Algier to, get more snaps, get more reps, be out there on the field. That elusive prime time second back. because we know what Bijan Robinson can do. And of course, he has some moments last year where fans were probably on their feet, like there goes the Tyler that we know. But T Will, he just didn't get the snaps that we expected him to get. And this season, T Will, to help out a young quarterback like Michael Penix, he got two very good running backs behind him that can help him push the chains down the field, move the chains, get the ball going closer to the end zone before Michael Penix has to throw the ball 40, 50 times a game, right? Because some teams, they know they can't win in the run game, right? I think the Falcons know they have a run game. Let's be honest here. The Falcons know with Bijan, 1st and 10, you can get 2nd and 4, second and 3. Don't give it to Tyler behind it because Tyler's going to make it first down right there. Anything within 5 yards for Tyler, if we're talking about rookie season Tyler, that's a first down, right? So just think about this team next year. If you're looking at the Bucks, who they're going to load up the big boys in the middle. I think that's why they got them a 500-pounder in the middle next to another 700-pounder in the middle. They know what that run game is when it comes to the Falcons. But guess what we're going to do, T-Will? Side to side, T-Will. Get the big boys moving side to side.
It's going to be outside stretch.
Zone.
And probably a lot of waggle.
This is what you're going to see from Tampa. That's Tampa Bay. That's Tampa Bay defensive tackle right there. Trying to get side to side to catch Bijan.
Probably a lot of waggle, man. Probably a lot of waggle.
Damn, he fast, bro. Vito. Coach. They don't know huddle, coach. That's the big boy. What's the name? Watson? What's his name? That's big boy from Tampa in the middle, the 700-pounder, trying to catch Bijan going side to side. I don't give a damn how big he is.
Didn't they mandate that he lose weight? I would imagine they did. I would imagine they did because he was
bro,
a
you're
good.
You're talking about pushing the refrigerator across carpet, bro. Like, come on, it's not happening. It's not happening, bro. This dude right here. That's all you're gonna hear. Don't have him mic'd up at that. Don't have him mic'd up first game. They're gonna take the mic off him.
Don't do it.
Get off.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Get the mic off you.
I'm mic'd up, man.
Where the cord at? Where the other cord at? Where's the receiver?
You know what I'd like to see, Jack? I number one, I'd like to see them use Tyler more because it would give you flexibility. I'd like to see Tyler and Bijan in the same backfield because it would give you flexibility. I would like to see the Falcons be more creative with both of them in regards to their usage because I really feel like that's a weapon that we really didn't take advantage of last year. You know what I mean?
They did use it sometimes. The package of Bijan and Algier on the field a few times last year wasn't much to the effect of, hey, we're in the playoffs going to the NFC Championship game. That shit works all the time. But they did have a couple players where they were back there. Next year, T-Will, we're talking about it here for Tyler. We need to see more Tyler. Hashtag need more Tyler. Need more Tyler on the field. Now, don't forget, Falcon fans, it's an Arthur Smith guy, Tyler Algier. So some would say, and this is no disrespect, but some would say, hey, let's see what Tyler's trade value looks like. And for me, T-Will, I'm like, no, let's not see what Tyler's trade value looks like. Yes, the Falcons did go sign a running back from UFL. I guess one of the top premier running backs in UFL, which, shout out to the UFL now. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice little development league on the side that, players, they're getting a check. They're getting a little bag. They're playing football. They're having fun. Big shout out to my boy, Kenny. I guess the Defenders just won a championship. I don't know what team just won a championship, but I saw him in the video hosting a trophy or something like that. Big shout out to my boy, Kenny. I don't even follow UFL like that. But they have a running back that the Falcons just signed to as well. And Kerry was excited. Kerry was like, oh, my gosh, this guy he's pretty decent. T-Will, you can have a three-headed monster in the back
or something like that. Yeah.
He was. Apparently, he was the best running back in the UFL.
Yeah. Still, I mean, that's not Tyler.
Goes to you. If
I can't hear you, Jack.
To upgrade in their secondary, and they didn't get Jair Alexander.
I can't hear you, Jack. Eric. Jack, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. StreamYard is StreamYard. It literally just reset the stream.
Yeah, StreamYard is StreamYard. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It just
Hey,
reset the stream. Like it literally
speaking
just.
of
Oh
speaking
my
of Freak
god!
Off, are you surprised he only got 10 years?
What do you say? Eric over there talking shit.
Yeah.
Nah. Let me tell you something. This is about the Falcons, and we're gonna talk about the Atlanta Falcons. I tell you right now, that joker right there ain't no Falcon fan. I can tell you right now, that joker up there ain't no Falcon with the Johnson and Johnson. He ain't no Falcon fan. I can tell you that right now. So we're gonna keep it strictly Falcon. We can get a man 100
Oh,
years.
that's a great pivot. That is
He ain't
a
watching no
great pivot,
Falcon game.
Jay.
We
Oh,
know
that's a
that.
great pivot. That's a great pivot, Jay. That's one of the best,
But
man.
I'm just saying,
That's a
Falcon
great pivot.
fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Need more Tyler. Hashtag need more Tyler. When I go to camp this year, there's a couple people I'm looking to speak with on One Time for the Fan, and that is Tyler Algier. I was there in Cincinnati when he scored his first touchdown a couple years ago. Of course, we know we did lose the game, and it was funny because this is the mindset of a player. T-Roy, you ready for this? This is the mindset of a player.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's after the game now, right? So of course the Falcons lose to the Bengals. It's after the game. And of course, everybody's over there talking with family and friends and so on. And I'm back there. And this is the first time I get a chance to see Tyler since camp. So I didn't get a chance to, talk to him at all. I don't know Tyler like that. I'm a fan.
Right.
So when I see him, he's walking over, he's signing autographs. He goes over there, he signs my shirt and so forth. I say, hey, Tyler, man, good job today, man. You ran the ball well. And how do you feel about your first touchdown? Tyler's like, he's super chill. He's like, I don't care. We lost.
I love it.
It wasn't about most
I
running
love
backs
it.
be super excited about that moment.
Right.
Yeah, you get the ball. This is my first touchdown. I'm in the NFL. Bro, the team lost. And that's just the mindset of a player when it comes to winning and losing. You don't practice to lose. Big shout to Eric Parker for that. You don't practice to lose. And they built up a whole week of training that week, a whole week of practice that week to go out there and try to beat the Bengals. And they didn't beat the Bengals. They did come back on the Bengals, though. Remember, they scored 17 before the half ended. And then they got back from the half, stopped them on that fourth down. I think it made it like 4th and 2, made a stop, got the ball back, went to score again, and something happened. I can't remember what happened. But we was in the runnings of going to win that game before the Bengals turned back into the Bengals again. I told you about that game too, Will, when I got there, and I told the fan behind me, you don't mind if I stand up most of the game, do you? And the fan looked at me and said,
that's not going to be a problem.
It's going to be a problem. Sure enough. Every Cincinnati Bengals fan was standing up on their feet for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
That's Falcon. That's Cincinnati Bengals fandom right there. I need the Bens to be like that all day. I turned around to this Bengals fan and said, do you mind if I stand up? I got a big flag, 2 Falcon flag. I'm going to block you a little bit with my flag because I'm a diehard fan. Oh, no, go ahead, buddy. Don't worry. We got Joe Burrow. I just remember hearing that. I remember hearing the fans say, when they putting that Desmond guy in? Cincinnati Bengals, they love Cincinnati. Everything about Cincinnati, they love. When they putting the guy from the Bearcats in? Just imagine that moment, me sitting there like, yeah, put Ritter in. This is the moment. Put him in. 2 years later, no, get him out of here. Get him out of here. The life of a Falcon fan.
The life of a Falcon fan. They love you today and tomorrow. But hey, you know what? On the lighter side, we got a great team, man. Looking forward to this year. Looking forward to what this team can accomplish. And I'm just so ready for the season, bro. I'm just excited, man. You laughing at DSGB?
I'm laughing at they over here just cracking jokes, man. I know they got a lot of jokes. Eric Parker, DSGB Hall. It's all right. It's good. Eric, that's 1 star next time you deliver. Just letting you know right now.
Oh,
that's
wow.
1 star.
Oh, wow.
Falcon fan, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Matthew Bass is in the chat 1 time. Rise up,
what up,
y'all.
Matthew? How you doing, man?
Big shout out to Matthew Bass. What it do?
A1, what it do? What it do, Chris? How you doing, man? Chris was just talking about you, man. I would make the trade, Chris.
Hey,
I would make that damn trade. Hey, like Jack said, F them picks. I'm trading for y'all.
F them picks. Make the trade. Get Giannis. A1 forever, man. I gotta go over there and talk Hawks with A1 forever because you know how I'm feeling about this team right now. I'm feeling good, but I got a couple things to say about this team. Hey, people talking about start KP and shit. What the hell we starting KP for? We need that bench to score. Y'all don't get it, do you?
Right.
The score gonna be 124, 123 in the 3rd quarter. What are y'all doing? That
Yeah.
bench needs to put up some points, and we need to start playing some more defense, y'all.
Yeah, we
I know
do.
we got the players. Let's play some defense. Right now, I can go on about the Hawks all day, and go on about the Braves all day, go on about my dogs all day. But we here talking Atlanta
Go dogs.
Falcons.
Go
Go
dogs.
dogs. Big shot Tyler Algier. So yeah, hashtag need more Tyler. Need more snaps.
Need more Tyler.
Need more
Last
snaps.
year was hashtag kill the narrative. This year is hashtag need more Tyler.
We know what Bijan's gonna do. Big shot to Bijan.
Shout out to Bijan.
Probably gonna be the greatest running back in the world ever. We need more Tyler. Zach Robinson. Probably listening. You probably watching yacht, boat, penthouse, wherever you're at, and the Cabo, wherever you are, getting ready for training camp. Zach Robinson need more snaps from Tyler.
Need more Tyler.
So
and let's get creative with Tyler and Bijan. That's what I'm wanting to see. Like let's get creative, man. You know,
Okay.
let's use Tyler more, but let's also be creative in our formations because Bijan can also be a receiver. So let's use him in that way. You know what I mean? You got weapons. Let's use them. You
There
know,
are some
those
roles
are
I can tell you right now, T. Will, like you just said. You got Bijan in the slot, KP over there, Drake London. You don't know where Tyler is in the backfield. Fans are line. I mean, they're expecting the passing play, seeing that type of receiver help they have around Michael Penix, and then bam, 1st and 10 turns into another 1st and 10 because Tyler Algier is in the backfield. You never know, but you got to use your players, Zach Robinson. Funny thing about it, you said creative, right? And we had to get creative here on One Time for the Fan, especially for Sunday show, right? Because we want to make sure that One Time for the Fan is always from the fan for the fan, and we love talking with the fans. So here on One Time for the Fan, you know, we had to do it, T. Will, and I'm sure you know what we did.
Absolutely.
We went ahead and got our boy Yuri to stop by the podcast
Yuri
on Sunday. I don't know what time the plane
legend.
lands, but I can tell you this right now, T. Will. I'm calling Delta if the plane doesn't land on time because Yuri promised me that he's flying back in from Hawaii. Just naming some random place where I know he probably might fly to. From Hawaii to Vegas, from Vegas to LA, LA to Atlanta, Atlanta to the podcast. T. Will, Yuri's on the podcast.
Hey man, let me tell you something. Yuri is that dude, man. Yuri is that dude. Yuri does not talk about it. He is about it.
Mm-hmm.
He is about that life.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know, now you know. So definitely looking forward to it. Very genuine person. Just can't wait to spend time with the man and let's fellowship and wax everything we can. Atlanta Falcons, man, because Yuri is a true Atlanta Falcon fan. Okay, let me take a step back. Yuri is a true Atlanta fan because he reps Falcons, Braves, Hawks,
Dream.
everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. Bulldogs. He reps everybody. So I'm just looking forward to sitting down and having a conversation with him, man. It's gonna be fun, man. It's like extended family coming on the show, and we'll be talking probably all things Atlanta, man. Because I know he was excited about the Hawks, so he'll probably bring up the Hawks and Falcons as well, man. We won't bring up the Braves right now, just for obvious reasons. We just keep taking L's, but yeah, definitely
one of those fans. He's at everything too. Will, you mentioned it. You can see him at a United game. And he's not just like hiding with the United fans, like 200 level, like in the back, 300 level. He's with the supporter group somewhere in the section, throwing beer around, having a good time.
Yeah.
At the Atlanta Dream, he's at the games.
Yeah.
Atlanta Hawks, you know where to find them in the Hawks zone, or what's the group they have with the Hawks? The 6-man, is that what it is?
Something like that, yeah.
You can find them over there too as well. That's Yuri. The Atlanta Falcons home games, Atlanta Falcons away games. That's Yuri. I remember seeing Yuri. What I see Yuri in Vegas? What were we doing? I saw Yuri somewhere random. Oh my god! I remember Miami Rolling Loud a couple years ago, bro. Me and Bodie down there Rolling Loud, partying. Bunch of artists going up. I think Ice Spice was performing, Key Glock was performing, and Young Nudie was performing, and I was performing. And you hear somebody, hey Jack, who the fuck calling me in Miami? Who the had to get the pistol ready just in case. Who calling me?
You had to get the Roscoe.
Had to get the little Roscoe ready. Sure enough, I turn around. Yuri walking over there. He got the book bag with the cameras, the gear, got everything. And he also had that media pass too as well. Big shout out to Yuri for getting us through that
Yuri.
crowd with that media pass. But I'm telling you, man, Yuri is a diehard Atlanta Falcon fan. But like T Will said, we will talk a little Hawks. We'll talk a little Braves. We'll talk a little everything Atlanta. We might even talk about traffic on 285 on a Thursday. Because
Might be.
Yuri's that type of guy.
Never know.
And Yuri's the type of guy, if there's traffic on 285, he's finna hop out the Uber on the highway and get in another Uber. That's further ahead.
Let's
don't
go
sit in traffic.
Uber. What's the Uber Black? Is that the Uber Black?
He's Uber Gold at this point.
Oh, okay. Is there an Uber Platinum? Because if it was, it'd be Yuri. Yuri don't mess around.
Yuri don't play, man.
Not mess around.
Big shout out to Yuri. Big
What
shout
up,
out to all
Mactown?
you Atlanta Falcon fans. Mactown Dirty's in the chat. Let's do some housekeeping, man. Mactown Dirty's in the chat. DSGB Hogs is exactly taking L's on day. Man, I didn't want to roast. I was at work. Y'all over here doing the roasting shit. Eric Parker, he was out looking in the chat like, what the y'all roasting for? Then I get involved, and then I made the Greg Oden joke. I made the DeAndre Ayton joke. Them Laker fans got all up in their shit. Boy. As soon as they hear that, as soon as I hit them with that Greg Oden joke, boy. Oh, you talking about my center?
Eric didn't like that.
Oh, he didn't like that. When I mentioned the painkillers, that's Eric had to pull up. Park this shit. He talking about my center. Free Bronny. Free Bronny. We worried about your center. You talking about free Bronny.
Oh wow.
Bronny sitting over there like they get signed another start. They get signed another starter. Am I gonna play? Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button.
Didn't LeBron's so he opted in what 52 million?
Something like that. But come on, bro. Come on. It's over. Bro, look at OKC. Look at bro, it's over. I'm a Hawks fan. I want our reign to start now. I want to become what the Lakers was in the past because the Lakers ain't winning no more. It's over.
Wow. You are on one tonight, man.
It's over.
It's
how
over.
do you not see it's over? They're not winning
It's
another
over.
championship.
It's over.
That bench gave you. What are you getting off of that bench? You're getting nothing, bro. The first person. Did you see the first person they signed when free agency opened? What is he about to do?
Damn.
Free Bronny. Send Bronny to the Hawks. I keep telling you. Atlanta will change him.
Wait. Say what now?
Send Bronny and Dalton to the Hawks.
Why would you? Why? Huh? What?
We develop players over here. Send them on their way.
What? Well, are you trying to get LeBron to come to the Hawks?
No. We just want Bronny.
You actually want Bronny?
Bro, Bronny will come over here and score like 30 points a game, bro. In Atlanta, bro. Real shit, bro.
Jack, what the hell is in that drink, man?
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Bronny will come over here and ball, bro.
What the hell is
not using them, bro?
What
Dalton Connect too as well. Send Dalton Connect over here.
Are you drinking Tito's? Are you drinking Tito's, Jack? Is that what you got? Tito's in a canteen over there somewhere, sir? Is that what we're dealing with? Is that it? You tell us.
Hey, hashtag free Bronny, man.
Yeah, okay.
Free Bronny. Hashtag painkillers, man.
Oh my God!
They're gonna like, share, and subscribe. But I did have a little Tito's before I started the show. I ain't gonna lie. Big shout to Tito's too.
Eric's taking shots. Hopefully Zach Robinson has learned about his personal from last season about what he can and cannot do.
I ain't gonna lie.
About
do you think let's go over what Fandemic said. Do you think Zach Robinson made a lot of mistakes when it came to being offensive coordinator, or was it just Kirk Cousins and the mistakes that he was making on the field? Because there was a couple plays I was looking like, that's a Kirk Cousins. That's Kirk Cousins. That ain't Zach Robinson. That's Kirk Cousins.
I'm not gonna say for the most part it was Zach, but to your point, we could have utilized Tyler more, right? Mm-hmm. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with utilizing Bijan. I love him, but I want to get 8-9 years out of Bijan. Mm-hmm. And you're not going to do that if you use him 90% of the time, right? So,
StreamYard.
If for nothing, and look, Tyler is a very good. Tyler would be number one on a lot of teams, right? But I think if you use them more 60-40 or 55-45, you get more out of them, especially when you make it to the playoffs. Because you use Bijan 90% of the time, you get to the playoffs, there's gonna be nothing left. Mm-hmm. right?
Well,
So that's my thing.
I think there's
But
games this year, if you're looking at some of the teams we played too well, those games against the Colts, games against the Jets, and of course we're looking at, last year's team. We haven't seen this team, not only on paper but on the field yet. But I'm expecting the teams like the Patriots, the Colts, those teams that we know we're supposed to be getting wins on, those are your games to drive up those stats and to let players eat. Right? I'm going into that Jets game knowing that the Jets ain't making the playoffs. Bro, look at that AFC East. The Jets ain't making no playoffs. That's the Buffalo Bills division. And until I see the Buffalo Bills do anything else outside of what they've been doing, that's their division. Same as I'm looking at with the Chiefs. The Raiders can make all these moves, bro. The Chiefs is the team to beat in that division. I don't care how you look at it. Same for the Eagles. The Eagles is the team to beat. So from looking at the AFC East, we have to play Buffalo this year. Tough game Monday night. Of course, they would give us a game like that because they want the world to look at the Falcons and say, "Oh, they're not ready yet." Because the Bills have been ready for the past couple of seasons. They just haven't been able to get over the hump when they get to that AFC Championship game. But the next time the Bills probably make the Super Bowl in the next 2 or 3 years with Josh Allen, Terry, you know what's going to happen. The team is stacked. Josh Allen's a decent quarterback. We know on that schedule this year, Falcon fan. Let's be real. On the schedule this year, that Bills game is a tough game. Y'all know it. It's a tough game. Sir, every game's a tough game. Yes, we understand. But we're looking at some of the wins and losses that fans count up when they say 10-7 or 11-6. That Bills game's a tough one. However you look at it, it's a tough one. The Colts haven't been good for years. Yes, they might go 8-7, 8-8, whatever, every random and every now and then. But looking at that team, the Falcons should be able to match it well and put up some stats that game. That's my fantasy game. Games against the Jets, games against the Patriots, games against the Colts. I'm starting Falcon players on my fantasy because they should eat. Terry, you're talking about 20-plus points a game. If we go to New England and can't put 20-plus up on New England, maybe it's a curse. You just can't beat New England.
I'm talking about 28 points a game.
Shit.
Minimum 26. I'm talking 20. Because I mean, even if you look at what he did in those last 3 games, scoring was not an issue. That was not an issue. That was not an issue at all. It was stopping other teams, but scoring was not an issue. And with a full summer and a full off season and a chance to practice and develop chemistry with these guys, yeah, I'm gonna say I think we scored 24 last season. And that's with Kirk going through whatever he went. We might score 28, 29. Like, either way, I expect us to be a top 10 offense. I'm not going to say top 10 defense. Even if you're a top 15 defense, you can make a run. But I would say this is at least a top 10. All things being equal and people staying healthy. And that's the key. I'm going to knock on something. We should be a top 10 offense, man. No doubt about it.
It's funny how you say that. Highest graded offensive supporting cast from the 2024 season. There go the Falcons, PFF with those again. The Lions, that's a playoff team. The Ravens, that's a playoff team. The Eagles just won the Super Bowl, and the 49ers have been damn near going to the Super Bowl the past what? Damn, a lot. They at least made an NFC Championship game. I say what the past 5 or 6 years, about what, 3 times?
Yeah.
The past 5 or 6 years.
You think they're done?
I do think that this is probably the end of Kyle Shanahan if they can't get it going in the right direction. The problem is this. That NFC West is another team always winning that division outside, the 49ers in the past couple of years. But I do think Seattle could possibly win that division this year too as well. I'm looking at the Rams, even with Matthew Stafford going to the end of his career, who's still throwing the ball pretty well, can possibly win that division too. I do think the 49ers have taken a step back. The players that they've let go. Of course, Kyle Shanahan's scheme always doesn't work. That's why he's shitty-ass Shanahan. And I do think they've taken a big step back. And guess what, T-Will? We're going out there on Sunday Night Football to beat them? Am I right?
You are right, sir. You are correct.
So that's another L on their schedule this year. And I plan to head out there and make sure that Shanahan sees this rise up to our fan club flag pretty big because he's a piece of shit and I don't like him. And otherwise than that, we're going back to this PFF reporting cast from the 2024 season. There goes the Falcons. Drake London's a part of that offensive supporting cast. Bijan Robinson's going to be a part of that. And T-Will, this is highest graded from PFF last year. T-Will, right? This is with what you just talked about. Not even using Tyler the way they were supposed to be using Tyler. Not even using Kyle the way they were supposed to be using Kyle. I'm glad they didn't put it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm T Will. This is T Will. I'm telling you, next year we could be at the top of this list.
No doubt about it. I don't want to make that prediction, but the sky's the limit for this offense. If guys stay healthy, sky's the limit for this offense. Because one thing about it, you can't put 8 or 9 in the box. Penix will kill you.
Right. And we're talking about Penix with the arm, not just Penix being mobile when he has to be. We still haven't even mentioned that. We're doing all this arm talk and what he gonna do with the receivers. Do not give him room. He's down the field.
Right.
Kirk couldn't do that.
No, that offense, man. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't see how you stop them. You know, because you put 9 in the box, we'll just go right over the top of your head. And then when you back up, we're gonna run it down your throat. So again, this should be a top 10 offense. People don't realize how good this offense was last year, even in the midst of everything that was going on. So it would not surprise me if this offense were top 5. It wouldn't surprise me if this offense were top 3. But I'm gonna be conservative and say we'll be top 10. I'm gonna say that. I feel comfortable saying that. Yeah. I feel comfortable saying top 10.
Falcon fans, you're hearing it from T Will, former ATL Sports, one time for the fan. Going down in a major way this season. Dirty Birds. I know you guys are ready to get out there. Training camp. You see Jeff Wolf has the question. If you're going to training camp, if you're listening, if you're watching, now, later, don't care. Drop a 1 in the chat. If you're going to training camp right now, let me get in my big little country voice. If you're going to training camp and you want to meet up,
what up,
go
D?
ahead and just drop a 1 in the chat. Big shout out to Big Low Country too as well, man.
What up, Big Low?
Hey, we've been doing this match play in our golf game recently. There's gonna be some video. There's gonna be some trash talking coming up here real soon between me and Big Low. I'm telling you right now, because I have yet to challenge Big Low to a match in golf. We normally just play to get our handicaps together and make sure we're good going forward with these community events and tournaments that we're about to play in. But I'm telling you right now, just had my first match play the other day against one of my good golf friends. Beat him in a set 2-1. Country went out there and played him the other day. Country beat him in a set 2-1. So it's looking like good old Jack Spade got to play up against good old Country real soon in match play. So I'm telling y'all right now, 4-4 golf, man. Y'all better check on TikTok. 4-4 golf. We're going to go live. I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do to Country on the golf course in that match play. After we take some moonshine. After we drink some moonshine. Big shout out to Big Low Country Sport.
Yuri's in the building, man.
I know y'all go ahead and run up out of here too in a couple of minutes, man. Let's see.
Yuri's in the building, Jack.
Dirty said, say it again.
Yuri's in the building.
Yuri's in the building? All right, let me go ahead and drop down to the chat. MacTown Dirty. We're about to go ahead and wrap up this show so we can get some things together for the rest of the night. Friday morning, breakfast with one time for the fam. 4th of July special? We're
4th of July special. We are back in the building.
Wait a minute. So I got to wake up, get Waffle House, then I got to cut the grill on? Is that what you're saying?
That's what you got to do, brother.
Hey, man.
Maybe you can do the show from the grill.
It's going down in a... Maybe I can do a show from the fucking grill. T-Will, you and that for my ATL Sports, man. I tell you. Falcon fans in the chat, drop a 1 if you're going to training camp. Eric Parker's talking shit about the Hawks. When y'all going to develop a ring? This Eric Parker guy is something else. Michael says Bronny is trash. Free Bronny. Eric Falcons Fandemic. I was about to ask the same thing. T-Will. And the Falcons Fandemic said not a lot of mistakes, but the play calling was somewhat suspect. Big shout to Falcons Fandemic. Make sure I go drop a like, share, and subscribe to Atlanta Falcons Fandemic too. If you're watching, if you're listening, wherever you're at, in your car, on the plane, on a train, in the Uber, and if you are, just tell Eric slow down. Eric Parker, we were swag surfing and taking over traps before Kurt got injured. That is true. Doing parades too as well. Jeff Wolf, he'll run him into the ground like Jamal. Need to get that bowl. Big shout out to Jeff Wolf here in the chat. Bijan's trying to be Mr. 2000 from Mactown Dirty. Hey, Bijan, let Bijan eat, but don't run him into the ground. Let Bijan eat, but ain't no,
Right.
I want to see I want to see Bijan get a $125, $150 on the ground too every game, but I want him to do that with like 5 or 6 carries. Every damn play is a 60-yard run. But he gonna take some hits this year. I mean, we are playing some solid defenses. I ain't gonna lie. The Bucks defense week 1, then you got Minnesota week 2, then you got Buffalo week 3. You got to keep them boys healthy. This is a season where you're gonna need Tyler. You're gonna need that guy. You got to play him. Eric Parker 17-0. Jeff Wolf 17-0. Michael said, please don't put 28 in the Falcons together. Big shout out to Michael.
William Amy, what's good, man? What's good, William?
Penix averaged 32 points a game last season. Yeah, that's true. There's some fans going to be like, yeah, it was 3 games. Well, they should have gave him more the way that Kirk Cousins was playing. We should have seen him around damn near close to what, the Raiders game? Maybe the Vikings? Some would say that Vikings game Penix should have been there. But we already seen what the Vikings team was last year. They was pretty strong. It was a tough team.
Hey, man, I gotta say this. Jeff sends me stuff all the time. Jeff does not miss, bro. Jeff, let me tell you something.
Wait till training camp starts at 3 in the morning. He sends you that picture outside of Flowery Branch.
Bro, I can't even share half the stuff, but Jeff does not miss. Just know that. Jeff is a sharpshooter, brother. And hey, man, shout out to William Amy, man. Shout out to William. How you doing, man? Hope all is well. Jack, I got to drop, man. I got to roll. So, hey, to everyone in the chat who joined us, we thank you. We appreciate you. Look, we do this for the love, and we wouldn't want to do it without you. Yuri, looking forward to seeing you on Sunday, brother. Everybody in the chat, man, fellas, y'all be good. And, hey, Jack, brother Eric, would not be here without you. Thank you. Thank God. Fellas, y'all have an amazing day. All right, y'all. Later.
Hey, it's going down in a major way. Big shout out to T-Will. Hit that like, share, and subscribe for T-Will for my ATO Sports. Finish up this housekeeping, then we'll go ahead and get up out of here. The chat is live. Chat is lit. We love talking with the chat. The show is about the fans. One time for the fan. It's always from the fan for the fan. Dwayne Ruffin dropped a 1 in the chat. He's going to be there. Dwayne Ruffin flying in from Cali for a training camp. You talking about die-hard Atlanta Falcon fans? You talking about Dwayne Ruffin. Big shout out to Dwayne Ruffin. He's also a member of the Rise Up Tour fan club. Got some information I'm going to put up on the screen for y'all in a minute about the Rise Up Tour fan club. I don't care what they're doing over there. I can tell you what we're doing over here. The Rise Up Tour fan club got it going down in a major way. Been doing this around 7-8 years right now, so it's going to another level. Just came off the cruise too as well. Big shout out to all the fans that went on the Rise Up Tour fan club cruise. And like I said, I got some more information I'm gonna post for y'all in just a second. But Jeff Wolf just said, he's put the 1 up. He's going to be there. One time for the fan, we will be there. We got Jason Roberts is in the building. Jason Roberts said he's gonna be at training camp too. You already know. 7/24 training camp date for me. Yuri said the private plane is landing somewhere near Flowery Branch. You might even land on the field knowing Yuri. He's the type of person to stop camp, pull Deion Sanders and just how about the plane type shit. Yuri's in the building 7/24 for camp. I will be there too as well. Those 2 days, those first 2 days that it opens, I believe T-Will is going to be with me. I believe Bodie too as well. And Miss Carrie is supposed to be coming up from Florida. One time for the fans, definitely in the building for training camp, doing some lives, talking with the fans. We're going to have a good time. Even after the event, we're going to stop by a little spot. We're going to hang out. We're going to let y'all fans know where we at so y'all can come hang out too and have a good time. We ain't doing it. This ain't no, y'all over there doing some personals only for y'all group type shit. No, hell no. Everybody come on out, have a good time at the camp. You're already up there in Flowery Branch, and we up there for the Falcons anyway, so we might as well just get together after the event, hang out, have a good time. We also have an event coming up too as well that we want all fans to stop by, content creators to come on by, have a good time. One time for the fan, man. We're trying to raise the bar, take it to the next level. Big shout out to all you content creators out there too as well, doing the damn thing. Eric said Bronny would start for the Hawks. The College Park Skyhawks, yes. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Atlanta Falcons Fandemic is in the chat talking Falcons football. William Amy is in the chat talking Falcons football. It's great to see all you die-hard Atlanta Falcon fans in here. Mactown Dirty is in the building. Y'all already know they going to training camp. Y'all can see it right here. They going to training camp. They talking to y'all in the chat. Jeff Wolf said, peace out. Big shout out to Jeff Wolf, man. Die-hard Atlanta Falcon fan. Home games, away games. Jeff Wolf just pulls up by himself, or he might have a little crew with him, but he going to talk some Falcons. He going to wear his Falcon gear. He going to be in his seat on time. You definitely know. Fandemic said we got a link, bro. You say less. You already know. You got to burn. You already know that, bro. It's already it. Eric Parker said, I'm already there. Eric Parker, you probably is already there. Matter of fact, put the boxes around the back. I guess Texas security. They say you're good to go. You got clearance. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Jack, you and I are gonna land in the jet at training camp with Mr. Blank. I just said that. You finna land the plane right there on the field. I scroll down into the comments and I see you talking about we on the jet with Mr. Blank. Hey, I ain't having the fans get mad at me now. Like, y'all messing up practice landing this damn plane in the middle of the damn practice facility. That ain't me. William Amy said, I'm gonna be up there and put my deposit in. Sheesh, cash the check. William Amy, cash the check. For my ATL Sports here, he said, have a great time, y'all. From ATL Sports, T-Will had to dip out for a minute. And it's just great. It's just great that we're here talking Falcons for just a couple minutes. College Park is where Bronny would be. Come on, Eric. You already know, man. I got so much to say on them Lakers, but I ain't finna do it. DSGB Hall said Meg popping up. Yeah, she riding with Carolyn. DSGB Hall. Yuri's in the chat. Everybody's having a good time. Braves up 3. I was checking the scores, but y'all probably saw me look down a few times trying to see what's going on. I got the Braves game on. That's what's happening. So it's like, gotta watch these Braves too, man. Braves up 3-2. Sean Murphy. Big shout out to those Braves. It's all about Atlanta. What have I told y'all here on One Time for the Fan? Look, it's about the Falcons. It's about the Braves. It's about the Hawks. It's about being a fan. It's about being a fan of the team that you love. Be passionate about this team. I already know what it is, man. When it comes to these Falcons, I can talk about these Falcons all day, every day. I love my team. Still gotta go to work. Still gotta pay bills. Still gotta do what I gotta do. Still gotta put gas in the car and food on the table. But I love my Braves. I love my Falcons. You know, I'm just so ATL. Big shout out to all you fans in the chat too as well. Friday, we're back. Breakfast with One Time for the Fan. Talking Falcons football. T-Will should be here. I believe Carrie might even be stopping by too as well. Everybody's enjoying their summer. You guys are probably sitting there like, damn, Jack, where y'all been? Where One Time for the Fan been at? Well, we just been chilling, just working hard, taking care of business, paying the bills. But we back. We know what it means, this off season for Atlanta Falcon fans. And we got to dedicate a lot of time, not only to the family and, of course, other things, but the podcast too as well. And I, for one, can tell you, T-Will knows, I'm super busy. Like, I had to leave work early to come do the podcast tonight. Had to leave work early. But we having a good time. One Time for the Fan is always from the fan, for the fan. We're going to be here Friday morning. Breakfast One Time for the Fan is like 9:15, might even be 9:30, but just set your notifications on One Time for the Fan. Eric says it's about rings. Just imagine Eric typing in rings into the GIF, going to go find the emoji. Dedication, Eric. It's about the fans, T-Will. You already know it's about the fans, man. We talk about it all the time, even when we couldn't do the shows, how we tried to do pop-up shows or something, and we couldn't get to it. We were busy. We was extremely busy. I, for one, is extremely busy. So I'm glad that, I am working a different schedule now, so that way we can continue with this podcast, because the season is about to start soon. Training camp is coming up in a couple days. You fans are excited. We are excited. And, we just want to make sure fans are, really happy about One Time for the Fan. So keep the super chats coming, keep the comments coming, keep the likes, the shares, telling other people about it. Big shout out to everybody for checking up on us here at One Time for the Fan, asking us when we're going to go live again. They're missing the shows and stuff. But we really like doing this. Like, this is something fun. But you guys know it's the off season too. So as much hours as we can get doing some work and doing some other stuff, we finna get that in. But you already know, Sunday nights at 8, Wednesday nights at 8, and then Fridays at 9:15 or so. Breakfast at One Time for the Fan. Plus, with the FIFA Clubs World Cup and stuff, man, I've been going to the games. Like, these are some of the greatest international soccer players in the world playing at Mercedes-Benz, bro. And the tickets are less than $1. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is a great feeling to just be there with the team, like with players. I saw Messi like 3 times, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is growing up, even seeing Messi on TV. Like, wow, I wish I can just see this guy play one day. Sure, the guy's playing the Benz 3 times. right? I mean, my team, Manchester City, I'm disappointed that they lost the other night, but getting a chance to see Manchester City play, Aaron Holland play, Phil Foden play, right there, Jeremy Doku play, right? I'm a sports guy, I'm a sports guy. But for all you Falcon fans here in the chat, man, like I told y'all, man, I know what y'all looking for when it comes to hanging out with Falcon fans. I know what y'all want when it comes to, chilling with the squad and the fan base, man. And the Rise Up Tour fan club continues to take it to the next level. And when I tell you to take it to the next level, they take it there. First year, 2 years ago, we had that one time for the fan. And that's our Rise Up Tour fan club cruise, the Sun and Fun cruise, right? And that junk went crazy. Big shout out to all the fans who showed up there by the hundreds for the Rise Up Tour fan club cruise. Last year, they went crazy on the Rise Up Tour fan club cruise. I'm sorry, what the fuck am I talking about? I almost really drink. Last year, of course, this year, with the Rise Up Tour fan club cruise, had a great time. All you Falcon fans that showed up on the cruise, going on the dinner parties and the excursions and hanging out and breakfast and lunch and dinner together, comedy shows and all that type of stuff. And of course, y'all just enjoying a quick little break away from Falcons football and work and all that other stuff. So everybody that went on that cruise recently, big shout out to you all. Y'all are just amazing. All you diehard Atlanta Falcon fans. Next year, Rise Up Tour Fan Club is raising the bar. The 8-day cruise is right here, and fans are already booking for the 8-day cruise. This is the grand finale. Rise Up Tour Fan Club ain't doing no more cruises after this. So the grand finale, what we're gonna do after that? Shit, tell you, man, Thomas and the team continues to raise the bar. Rise Up Tour Fan Club, Sun of Fun, the grand finale, June 13th through the 21st. This is 2026. Falcon fans, you can see it right here. Miami, Princess K, Bahamas, San Juan, Puerto Rico, St. Martin. You got to go to St. Martin, brother. St. Martin, St. Thomas, USVI. They're heading over there to the Caribbean. 8-day cruise. Falcon fans, you can see it right here. Bring your family, bring your friends. I'm talking about good deals, good prices, good food, good drinks, and just it's a boatload of fun with Atlanta Falcon fans and, of course, the Rise Up Tour fan club. And for you diehard fans that keep texting me, that keep tagging me, that keep asking me about New Orleans, we're not doing the train ride this year. The first year we did the train ride, we sold out the first car. Second year we did the train ride, we had like 2 or 3 cars. We decided to take it to another level. Big shout out. Don't forget, this is the most wanted tour too as well. We got to theme this shit. Bus trip, tour stop number 6, New Orleans, man. It's going down $300 per person. Payment plan is available to take you down into New Orleans. We got the bus trip, and the bus is getting filled up right now. Best price you can get in the city, y'all. Rise Up Tour Fan Club. And of course, you members of the Rise Up Tour Fan Club, check your emails. Check your emails. Check your email. So that way you can go ahead and make sure you are ready to go for this event. For Falcon fans outside of the Rise Up Tour Fan Club, that's why it's big to get those memberships. I got it right here on the screen. Rise Up Tour Fan Club. Go ahead and head over there. Put your information in, get your membership. You can get some great discounts and some amazing stuff. We haven't even put the swag kits out yet, which they should be getting shipped out real soon. So once again, the team is working really hard to make sure that this year is very special for fans, for everybody that signed up to be a member. Big shout out to you all because it's going down in a major way this year. But you can see it on the screen when it comes to the trip down into New Orleans. Now, the hotels and stuff, y'all got to get that stuff taken care of. But of course, hit me up if you ever need any information about where fans are staying or good deals or good hotels or Jack get me situated. I help fans out all the time. I ain't a person to not answer the phone or not respond to a text. Like I'm gonna help you out. There's some first timers going down. Ask Jabri Harper, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some first timers that go down to New Orleans. They don't know nothing about what's going on. But of course, Jack Spade, Roswell Tour Fan Club. I'm always here to help. I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna leave no fan out. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to all the fans that's heading down there. Let's check the chat, see what's going on. What did you most like from the island treats? The most like from the island treats, I would say, sheesh, what was them cookies? I can't remember the cookies, bro. I can't remember the name of the cookies. I might go back and look at the picture, but the cookies and the dry, was it the dried pineapples, the candy? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. And I still got the coffee too, bro. I still got the coffee, bro. Yeah, man. Big shout out to Michael too as well, man. This is a diehard fan that, sent a care package from Puerto Rico, bro. We got fans in Puerto Rico, fans in Germany, fans in London, fans in New York, fans in Florida, fans in everywhere. Like Atlanta Falcons fandom is just everywhere, man. So big shout out to Michael too as well. William Amy's over here with the Rise Up. He said week 1 in the Benz is going down in a major way. Yuri said Rise Up Tour fan club is going to be legendary again this season. What's it? Jeff, what's it? Jack Miami. Sheesh. Let's see. Big Little Country said, what in the world, Bo? Big shout out, Big Little Country Sports. Talking Falcons football in the chat. Former ATL Sports said Grand Slam for the Braves? The Granny? What? And I'm over here talking Falcons. Let me go ahead and wrap this up. The Braves are going slippity slaps. Let's go. That's what we're talking about. Jay said my gift arrived one time for the fan. Thank you. And the wife tried to take credit for it and got her at what? My gift from one time for the fan arrived. Thank you. And my wife tried to take credit for it and got her busted. What? Jay, bro. Hey, yo, you gotta go over there and be like, wife, what's up? Why you doing that? This is, that's one time. Hey, man, let me tell you something. You coming by the Biz, you going to a Falcon game this year, home or away, man. You hit me up, Jay, man. Let's link up. You hit me up, home, away, practice, no matter what it is, man. Let me know. We're going to the West Coast this year. We're going to be in Arizona. We're going to be in San Francisco. So, Jay, it's going down. We're everywhere, man. So, of course, this shit, man. I'm fucking tired of StreamYard. He said about to do some push-ups from when I see Jack at training camp. Yeah, bro, I've been in the gym, bro. You want to get your shit together. People gonna be like, who them two over there boxing before camp starts? That's Eric and Jack. Don't worry about them. It's gonna be a pandemic. Big shout out to Atlanta Falcons pandemic in the chat. He said I'm at that Arizona and San Fran game for sure. Wait, you at the Arizona game? Jay, don't tell me you going to the Arizona game, bro. All right, check this out. I'm about to put this information out for y'all. So y'all saw the New Orleans trip, right? The bus trip. Of course, we got the parties. Don't even gotta ask. We got the parties in New Orleans. It's going down. Y'all saw what we did last year, man. We're doing it again, even on a bigger grand scale. Like, don't mess with this. We when we take it to the next level, we really take it to the next level. So that's what we're gonna have to do. But big shout out to everybody who's gonna be pulling up to the events and pulling up to these meet and greets, mixers, everything we got going on. But of course, when it comes to the Carolina trip, we got another bus trip for y'all. Everybody be asking about getting to Carolina. Last year we took 2 buses. We had an amazing tailgate up there too as well. For all you Falcon fans that's going to be heading on the road this year to get to a game, we got some of the good deals for y'all. If y'all want to get a quick trip up to New Orleans, we can take care of that for y'all. If y'all want to get a quick trip up to Carolina, we can take care of that for y'all. The Rise Up Tour fan club is always raising the bar. And with that being said, you can see it right here. That the Rise Up Tour fan club has a bus trip to Carolina, and the price is on the screen too as well. $150 per person. Payment plan is available, bro. That's there and back. Y'all know Carolina's a quick trip, right? But some of y'all don't want to drive. Some of y'all don't want to take, don't want to get no flight. This is a quick bus trip. I said last year we took 2 buses. We packed it out, got the dub, great tailgate, had a good time, and went on our way. But you do have to be responsible for your own game ticket. That's something to look for. T Will said that sounds like fun. Let me tell you something, T Will. It's going down in a major way, especially on the Rise Up Tour bus. Because they got the drinks and fun. They're having some, they party. The Rise Up Tour, they party. They know what they're doing. So big shout out to the Rise Up Tour fan club. Take that one down. Got something else for y'all in just a minute. But Jay, you said you're going to that Arizona and San Fran game. Let me get the information for that Arizona and San Fran game, because I'm sure y'all gonna be super, super excited to hear this. Let's see here. Do I have it? Yeah, I have it. It's just too many fucking photos on my phone. Like I'm over here. Okay, I got it. Bam. All right, there it is. Post this one right here. All right, just give me on 20 seconds, Falcon fans. Got y'all. Bam, just popped up. Is it there? Yes, it is. Got it right here. And I'm loading it right now. And 10 seconds, Falcon fans. Jay, you say you going to Arizona? I bet. Yeah, I saw what we did last time in Arizona, right? We're doing it again. We're doing it again in a major way. Yes, sir. Saturday, December 20th, man. Got that boy Fabo. Fabo! Got that boy Pastor Troy. That boy Pete Troy is in the building. Got that boy Young Job. Now, I'll probably, yeah, I know what y'all thinking. Jet, that's Salt. That's that big spot right there next to where I had the spot last year. Yeah, we had the tailgate. Remember, we had the tailgate at Salt when we was in Arizona last time. Remember that morning tailgate, the $40 all you can eat, all you can drink? We had the tailgate there that morning. Pack that joker out too. But the night before the game, we finna party. And this is December in Arizona. It's gonna be great weather. It's gonna be good weather. Golf weather. I'm out there. I'm playing golf. I know that. But it's going down in a major way for all you Falcon fans. Look, riseuptourfanclub.com. It's right here at the bottom. I'm telling you right now, Yuri, I think you was there last time we went to Arizona. I'm telling y'all right now. We packed the building out. We had fans standing outside. Nick Cannon was performing across the street. They were looking like, what the fuck they doing over there? Because we Falcon fans, man, we turn up, we show up, we party. Our West Coast Falcon crew is coming out. Man, I got my homie too, man. Put me up on game about a little crew that's, making some noise out there on the West Coast right now. Some Falcon fans. So I'm like, yo, let me get that information. Who are these cats, man? They're pulling up to Arizona, man. They pulling up deep. So when I tell you about our West Coast Falcon fans, oh man, it's going down the midway. You said, nah, this is my first time ever in Arizona coming up. Okay, Deke Ruffin was there. Ask Deke Ruffin about Arizona last time. Next Friday morning, I don't know if Deke left. Deke, if you're still here, go ahead and give a rundown of Arizona last time. I remember you went to that Lakers Suns game too as well, the Friday night. But just give a good rundown whenever you catch us again about Arizona, Deke, because people was like, they need to hear about AZ. Low key, AZ is a spot y'all want to go to as a Falcon fan. That's gonna be a good game. Good food, good weather. Of course, it's a beautiful team. But then they copy. They just do everything just like us. The Dirty Bird. They got a little, Bird Gang, that type of stuff they do. And of course, their colors and the Cardinal. And it just looks weird. Rise up, Red Seas. Just like fucking weird sometimes when you're over there in that stadium. But otherwise than that, Arizona's a beautiful place. So Falcon fans, just be prepared for that. But yeah, it's going down. Got some more information I'm gonna share with y'all on Friday morning. We shall see it on the screen. Pull up. And I can tell you right now, if y'all been to Salt, them sections, they're gonna get bought up quick. Because when we did the party 2 years ago in Arizona, them sections were full. Everything was full. I'm telling you right now. Troy came out there, turned it up. We got Troy, we got Jock, big shot Jock, Streets 94.5. We got my boy Fabo. D4L, man, real West Side, real Atlanta. We taking Atlanta to the West Coast. We're bringing the West Side to the West Coast, man. That's how it's going down here with the Rise Up Tour fan club. But yeah, I see it on the screen. We'll put it up for y'all. Go by, get those memberships, the hotel discounts, the bus trips, the parties, the events, all this stuff. There's some more stuff in the works. Can't even really put out there. But I can tell you right now, that team is working very, 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 very hard to make sure that this year is going to be epic. So big shout out to everybody in the chat. Big shout out to everybody that's traveling. Matter of fact, Friday morning, let's talk about on the road. Let's go talk about going on the road as a Falcon fan, right? Some away game experiences. Friday morning, 9:30. Let's get to that. Breakfast with one time for the fan. There he is. There he is right there. There he is. He's in the building. He's in the building. If you're talking about away games, if you're talking about hitting on the road, if you're talking about the fan club, there he is. I'll say this on Friday. I'll say it again now. Everybody come up to me like, Jack, what you do for the tour? Man, I appreciate it. But this guy right here, this is the man with the plan, right? So big shout out to Thomas in the building. It's going down in a major way, major way. But I can tell you right now, Friday morning is going down. Breakfast for one time for the fan. 9, whenever we wake up. We're good. We're this ain't no CBS show. But it's going down, y'all. And I want to thank everybody for being here. One time for the fan, always from the fan, for the fans. Get to these shout outs before we go ahead and wrap it up. Y'all are truly amazing. Where the hell? What the hell? Did Eric steal this shit? What in the hell? Oh, I got it. Here we go. Falcon fans. I want to give a big shout out to you all joining us here tonight, talking Falcons football. Myself, T. Will. Chat was live. Chat is lit, like always. Make sure y'all back Friday mornings. We talked about one time for the fan. Breakfast with one time. We're back on Sunday, too, as well. Yuri is going to be here in the building talking Falcons. Maybe some Braves, Hawks, Atlanta. You never know with Yuri. Could be talking about steak. Well done steak, that is. Yuri's favorite. Big shout out to everybody here, though, that's tuning in. Got a lot going on this summer with one time for the fans, so just be ready for training camp. I can't wait for training camp. Like, T-Will already knows. I can't wait. Like, what we're getting ready to do, we're going to have a good time with this. So, big shout out to everybody here on one time talking Falcons, man. Eric Parker, Deke Ruffin, Yuri, you diehards, William Amy, Michael, Jay, Big Low, Jeff Wolf. There's some more folks, man. Silky. Like, it's the list keeps going on. If I forgot your name, I apologize. I ain't finna scroll up to the top of the chat. But y'all already know I rock with y'all 24/7 every day of the year, man. So rock with the Falcons all the time. Continue being a fan. That's what we're gonna do. Big shout out to Kerry. Big shout out to Bodie. And one time for the fan is out. We will be back Friday morning. Breakfast with one time for